So please tell us your name and roll number for this exam.
So my name is Saumyesh. My roll number is 334543.
So give us a brief introduction without your roll number and your name.
Sir, I'm currently doing my PhD in agricultural extension at Vishwabharati Central University, Shantiniketan. I have completed my master's from Vidhan Chandra Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, West Bengal. I like to host many events, that is cultural as well as formal events. And right now I'm looking forward to clear this exam.
So you are school from India. Then after you've written something IAS,
Such Institute of Agricultural Sciences.
okay. So tell me about some adult education for qualified UGC NET.
Sir,
What is it all about?
sir, adult education. Sir, adult education aims at improving the literacy of the people who are in the range of their adult, because they couldn't find their literacy level or they couldn't go to school. Now, adult education aims at catering to the education of those masses, mainly evening schools and early morning education. They are being provided with that, and this will help us in making human skills development. So, adult education is very vital for the society.
So what prompted you to go for that? Means qualifying UGC NET. What was in your mind?
Sir, actually, my domain is agricultural extension, and to qualify UGC NET, we have a very related domain, that is adult education and continuing education and extension education. So, adult education complements my domain in teaching and dissemination of knowledge and technology to the farmers. So, when we are interacting with farmers, adult education is very much important, because majority of the farmers, they might not be literate, they might be literate, but interacting with them, building rapport with them, and understanding their needs and catering to their needs become vital for us. So my domain really complements to adult education. That's why.
Have you ever come across any person or your senior have done that, or how this thought came to your mind? So, yes, I should go and learn something about that adult education, which will complement to my.
Sir, actually, our seniors and our supervisors, they suggested us to go for this UGC NET JRF exam.
Yes.
So, because it also adds to our biodata. So, adult education, again, the syllabus also complements it. So, I took advice from my seniors, and that's why I took it. I am not yet went to the farm, because I will start my data collection. So, then I will interact with them.
So one thing you said that it will add to your profile. So you just tell me that you have done that qualified UGC, no, sir, ICAR net.
Sir.
So as you said that it will add to your profile, but you gave the valid reason that definitely the knowledge is of no use if the recipient of knowledge is not literate or unable to take whatever you are giving. So that's why that is very important. So I agree with that. But any other thought, like you said, that any other person who are your colleagues, they are also doing same, means qualifying UGC NET.
Yes, sir.
Okay, any if somebody is qualified UGC NET in adult education, then is there any opportunity, that job opportunities in all other aspects?
Sir,
any post regard like that?
I have very little idea, because I think it will not help me in getting a job, because I belong to agricultural extension domain. But adult education teachers might be appointed for that. Exactly, I don't know.
So why I asked? Then you should have, because anyway, it will help you and the society. And if at all you are not going in that direction, it's agriculture, because you are shifting your goal to civil services. So you should have given a thought about it, because actually what is this? Because I came across this thing from you only, because I know adult education, but like that is UGC guide, curriculum is there. I was not aware. So, okay, tell me another thing that your hobby is anchoring. So, in recent past, there was uh, an anchoring blunder. They were naming a poet and wrongly. Have you remember that incident?
No, sir.
Kantha Kavi, something like that. You remember?
No, sir. That is Kanta Kavi.
Yes.
Should be the right pronunciation.
Yes.
I don't know about the incident.
You should be aware of that. Okay. So tell me, Kanta Kavi, who is Kanta Kavi?
Sir, Kanta Kavi, Lakshmikanta. Sir, he has written Bandha Utkala Janani.
Vande Utkala. Very good. Okay, tell me the basic difference between Kendriya Vidyalaya and Adarsh Vidyalaya. And find out few loopholes, any shortcomings which you want to address.
Sir, Kendriya Vidyalaya is the Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan is a controlled
Quality education aspect. I'm
Quality
saying. Don't
education.
go deep into that. I'm just saying that outside and not sell, and also whatever you've interacted with many people and you've studied there means you know what kind of facilities are available for Kendriya Vidyalaya students. But others Vidyalaya, whatever is now we are seeing. And what is the basic difference?
Sir, I think exposure is limited in Odisha Adarsh Vidyalaya because in Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan, we get to interact with students from other schools in cluster level, regional level, and national level. But in Odisha Adarsh Vidyalaya, it is a state level entity. So more and more interaction should be given to the students, as well as the qualification of teachers and the qualitative education is in a very big question, because if the teachers are not qualified and their education is not at par, then how will they teach the students? So these are
So you know that what is the criteria for selection of teachers in Adarsh Vidyalaya?
Sir, exactly, I know.
Then how can you say that teachers' competence you are questioning?
Sir, actually, the kind of results which are produced by Odisha Adarsh Vidyalaya, there are many criticism which we get in newspapers and all.
Okay,
So
criticism. I don't think you could have say that criticism you received or you got to know that it is about the competence. I don't think so. Maybe some other aspects.
Sir, other aspects include infrastructural facilities.
Yes.
So that has to be improved. Infrastructure is also a very key question. And after establishing infrastructure also, when proper supervision has to be done, because apart from Odisha Adarsh Vidyalaya also, educational institution in our state, they are also facing many issues. So these are all critical issues which we need to address.
Okay, coming back to your optional,
Sure.
you are having agriculture optional. Just tell me why our potato mission failed and who is responsible for that, according to you?
Sir, in my opinion, proper awareness had to be done about these missions. That is my first point. Second point is that our farmers' behavior and attitude toward crop diversification has to be improved, because staying in only rice cropping pattern or rice pulses cropping pattern won't solve this matter. So third point is that supply of pure inputs, that is the potato tubers, that is disease and pest free, as well as from good varieties, that has to be done, so that farmers will aggressively adapt this system, because when inputs are not available, then farmers won't take that risk.
Tell me who to be blamed.
Sir, blaming it because we need to supply the inputs on time. So I think we can improve the situation.
Who will supply?
So the various research institutes such as ICAR, and we have our own, again, ATMA, the Agricultural Technology Management Agency, they are there. Krishi Vigyan Kendras are there. So when KVKs are there in every district, they can.
Who will take the initiative? That's what I'm saying. Who will take the initiative?
Sir,
Every organization is there, research institutes are there, but the coordination is lacking. Then who will begin that or start that point, starting point or coordination?
Sir, the line departments of state government, they can take the initiative, they can start it. And this time we can learn that if the farmers are first taken into confidence and various areas are identified according to the agroclimatic zones, then I think the situation will be different from the
See,
last.
frankly speaking, we have no shortfall of competence, even in the sector of administration, because Mr. Arvind Tripathi, the principal secretary, also there. He's also agricultural graduate, what I came to know. And also for chief minister, now I see they are also coming from a very grassroots level. Everybody and graduate like you, everybody is solution, but who will take that responsibility? Why I'm asking you, it's a very critical question, and don't take it to otherwise. A person like you who really understands the situation and the grassroots level issues better, and I can find it out from you. Then you should tell me, forget about this interview and everything, all other aspects. You tell me, you understand that the farmers lacking in education or awareness and the political willpower is lacking, then everything is there. But we are like an agricultural graduate, you know where to hit. Like you said, adult education, that is also very much required. And also crop diversification. You can make understood the students, the farmers better than any other professional. Any other professional is any administrator, because you understand better. Then why shifting from your that core area, having all this knowledge? And I don't want any typical answer from you. You just tell me, don't you think that you are responsible for the future failure in agriculture? Why I'm saying, you are competent enough. You can take the initiative. You can convince the political master, even the bureaucrats. You can. So you tell me in that aspect, what are the negatives, or what way you're joining civil service, that being particular, if you join civil service, what are the negative impact on agricultural aspects or agricultural perspectives in our state?
So me being joining the
Joining
bureaucracy.
civil service.
So
Negatives you have to think, because my question is completely, because you have to be neutral while judging. I'm not saying you joining there definitely have some positive. I'm not saying, because you will say that definitely in agriculture also I will help. Even as a Tahsildar video, wherever I will interact with, I tell you your answer. Let me tell you that I will interact with people. Then also I'll encourage, because forgetting about your personal, that official duty, in personal capacity also you can spread awareness. I understand that as a block development officer or whatever, because you understand better, so you can convince. But I am saying, you joining civil service, what are the negative impacts?
sir, if I am doing a PhD degree right now, then I have many more aspects to join in the research or academia or go to abroad for further postdoctoral degrees. So I think if I'm joining administration, I will be an asset, like you said. But in the same thing, in the same area, when someone like me might be missing out in academia or might miss out in research. So however, even I also think it as my asset, because if I'm joining the bureaucracy, I will have I'm not saying I will be an expert, but I'm an expert in making. So when we are looking upon various judicious land use policies, we are looking upon rural development, we are looking upon the future of climate change, which is the hot topic of today's discussion. So when these all are there in front of us, I will be an asset to the bureaucracy.
No, I'm saying that don't
Sir,
go to that direction.
I'm telling that. Because I have told one point that if I'm not joining the academia or research, yes, my input might miss out there, but I will be there in the implementation at the policy level.
No, that's something in particular. Why I'm stopping you? The problem lies there. We are seeing the people who are here, they are saying that we are not in bureaucracy, so that's why our voice is not heard. And after joining there, also same problem is there. And everybody is saying that okay, with even if we are suggesting the political willpower is not there, so that's why not happening. But don't you think you remaining here and you feel inspired many other students of yours in that aspects to join civil service also? Yes, you can join. And also to students I'm saying, if you remain here also you can do. So there is no much difference, but only thing is it should be complementary to each other. But every time we are seeing that much and more positive in joining in civil service. Negative aspects we are not concentrating on. That is the reason for our failure. What um, uh, I can sense. So that is the reason I'm asking you the question, being very particular, because I don't know why we experts will sit and judge and saying this, and somebody will come very smartly and give answer that I will be asked. Definitely, even if you join nowhere, like you have already authored a book, if you sit idle and run an NGO, also you can do a lot of things. So I understand in that aspect, nobody is a burden. If he is knowledgeable enough, he is willing to serve the society. Nobody is burden. So this way of thinking should not be there. Okay. My last question: what is your view on change of name of our university, that Ravensa University? What is your view without being uh, political or even not being, you have not studied there?
No.
So being neutral, you just tell me, get common man prospect.
Sir, my view is that more and more studies has to be done. We need to look back into our history so that we can get some more evidences and scientifically we can discuss on it. We can rope in the thoughts and opinions of civil societies, NGOs, and then we can come into a conclusion. So third point is that if this issue has been raised night of, because it has been raised by the Union Education Minister himself, then Odisha should look upon taking some gain from it. Maybe we can announce a package for the university, or we can demand for the central accreditation for the university. So the outcome should be positive for our university. I think this is my view, sir.
But name change only, I'm saying particularly about name change.
So
It should be just one answer. What you feel? The name should be changed or not?
sir, I think for me, changing the name is not important, but
Not important, but it should be changed or not? Not.
sir, that I cannot decide upon it right now, because more and more studies has to be done on it.
Okay. Thank you.
So, have you ever ordered online food? Swiggy, Zomato, and all? Tell me three advantages and disadvantages of these food ordering apps. From your experience and generally speaking,
Sir.
What are the three advantages and three disadvantages?
Sir, first point is that we can save fuel, we can save time, and we can choose to order it from sitting in anywhere within the 10 to 15 kilometers, the range depending upon the app. So third point is that we can do multitasking without moving out of our home. The disadvantages include that we might not experience, or we might not see who's the one catering to us, because they may send us stale food. Relying upon the delivery partner, there may be some kind of issues in safety and proper securing delivering of the food. So third point is that food inflation, because when we visit the restaurant or the hotel itself, the price varies but sitting at our homes, the apps sometimes shows us inflated value. Again, they put us and into the vicious circle of discounting. So these are the points.
Okay, related to the similar concept, government is trying to popularize ONDC. You know what is ONDC? Just as a hint, it's kind of a government Swiggy or government Zomato. No idea what ONDC. Okay. You know about hydroponics. Hmm? How feasible it is to implement in Odisha? Suppose new political administrator calls you and asks you to, present a report on the current feasibility of hydroponics in Odisha. All the regions, southern, coastal, western, central. So, what are the vegetable fruits or products which you would consider for hydroponics? And what support the farmers would need from government? And what are the major programs we can face if we have to implement hydroponics today in Odisha?
Sir, hydroponics would require to produce large-scale crops on hydroponics. It will require more space. Again, we would require protected cultivation techniques. In coastal area, when we are facing so much natural disasters, it will be a challenge for us. However, it can be done if we are doing it in a very strong infrastructure. Then our crops in the coastal area will not be destroyed that much when we are doing it in a soil medium cropping. And the previous, sir, one of the success stories it is showing, I'm not able to remember his name, but they're following both hydroponics and aeroponics in Odisha itself, where they're gaining lakhs of rupees. So, however, sir, the major issue will be to convince the farmers, because they are following the conventional agriculture. So, convincing the farmers will be a challenge. However, if we do it on a pilot mode, in a pilot study, like selecting a few villages or blocks in every zone of the Odisha, then we can see on the basis of 6 months or 1 year or 2 or 4 cropping seasons, then we can get to know the real situation.
Okay. So you studied in Kendra Vidyalaya for how many years?
Sir, from 2008 to 2015.
2008 to 15.
15 in Tirupati, but my first standard to 12th standard, I have been in Kendra Vidyalaya Sangathan.
Okay. So you remember your school prayer? No. Okay.
Suddenly,
Huh? It was like something like but my question is at the end of your prayer, there is a Sanskrit sloka. Okay. You remember that?
Sahana bhavatu sahana bhavatu.
So, and at the beginning also, Asatoma, Asatoma. My question is, in a secular state and Kendra Vidyalaya being a central government school, okay, should we allow any kind of religious, okay, slokas or any kind of religious, you can say prayers or something like that, or we should follow the French model, which is for complete separation of the religion and school or education, and also there, these things are not there. So, what is your opinion? And this is like, for example, even in universities. In universities, for example, they start a major ceremony, a convocation with Saraswati Vandana. Many quarters, many critics, they say that no, that is basically the Hinduization of the society. Now, suppose you are the secretary, okay, of education, higher education department, and there is a state university's convocation is there, in which the president of India would be coming. Okay, so it has come to the notice of the media and all that Saraswati Vandana will be sung first. Right. You have lot of representations from some quarters of the society, including some student organization, and this should not be there. Rather than some patriotic song or something nation, okay, that would, which is more secular rather than particular religion. Because even a particular religion, that should be given importance. So how do you tackle this situation? First, what is your opinion? Should this thing be there? Second thing is in that situation, how will you tackle?
Sir, in my opinion, I don't see it as a Hinduization of our education. This is the core values of Indian society from since our Indian ancient history. Because the Guru Shishya Parampara and coming from there, the Vedas and the Puranas, everything we have inherited from our ancient society. These have been the core values of Indian society. So second point, to tackle that those representations, I will definitely ask them to come and discuss with me. I will keep them in loop and in my confidence that this is not something or this is not an act of transgression into some other culture. We are just beholding the culture which has been followed since years. So we would just try to pacify them rather than ignoring them, or rather than just telling them that no, we can't do this. We can just sit down and discuss with them and pacify them that this is our culture and this has been the core values of the society. So we will take forward into this. If the protocol allows us, then I will take forward it.
Can a more better and a more unanimous, okay, consensual decision be taken? Suppose, let's say, a Sarva Dharma Prarthana, where the religious heads or religious the priests and the Maulana, for all religions, they will come and together they will bless the gathering.
Then it is also a good decision. I will come back.
Since you have done your PG from Calcutta,
Sir, that is 50 kilometers from Calcutta, Kalyani city, sir. Just near Kalyani. It is a suburban town of Mohanpur.
okay. So what is the contribution of Bidhan Chandra Roy to West Bengal, and what is the current state of West Bengal economically, mainly? Okay, how is Bengal doing as an economy? And since you are studying there, so if you are asked for recommendations how to improve it, then what steps will you suggest? And for Odisha, if we are to take some precautions from now onwards that we don't reach where West Bengal has reached, at least in terms of economy, and what steps we have to take?
Sir, coming to your first question, Dr. Vidhan Chandra Roy, he was conferred Bharat Ratna for his enormous contribution to the India. Sir, he was the first president of the Cardiological Society of India. He was the personal physician of Mahatma Gandhi as well as Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. He was the first chief minister from West Bengal. He was the chief minister from 1951 to 1962. He was a very famous physician of West Bengal at that time. And he's also accredited to be the founder of the modern city of Salt Lake and these industrial towns of Durgapur and Kalyani. So this is the contribution of Dr. Vidhan Chandra Roy.
No, more into economics and industrial policies.
Sir,
He is said to have started the, not exactly started, because much before that, your Bengal was a economic powerhouse. His post-independence, his policies took forward the economic you can say expansion in West Bengal, but then later due to political reasons, it started shrinking. But I'm just talking about that, these things. Vidhan Chandra Roy's things.
Sir, actually, the modern city of Kalyani and Durgapur are now industrial hubs and they are planned cities. So, employment has been generated. And looking forward to the present situation of West Bengal, as you asked, the situation of West Bengal in terms of the debt, GDP, it is having a very emergent situation, because many of the industries and the potential to set up industry has not been realized yet. The standard of living is low there, and you can get these food cost and everything at very low cost in West Bengal. The points we have to learn from West Bengal is that we can't indulge into giving more and more freebies. We have to stay in the limit of welfare schemes. The second point is that there is an issue of influx of refugees from Bangladesh. So we have to look forward to it in a very a holistic manner, so that more and more because that we can do only because the central government has to bring forward a refugee policy for India, because we don't have a refugee policy, and India has not yet signed the UNHR, the refugees, the UN bodies of refugees, their policy India has not yet signed. So the third point is that West Bengal is being has to check its population. The rise in population is very large there. So Odisha has to learn that to check the population, we have to look forward into very holistic proposals, because then the standard of living and healthcare will be affected. So these are the main points, I think.
Okay. Um, so how long did you stay in Tirupati?
So 8 years.
8 years. So Tirupati is in the news for all the wrong reasons
Sir.
of late.
Sir.
So I don't remember if I asked you this question on the last interview. Did I ask you something like should non-Hindus be in the board of the temples? Okay. So I already asked you about that. So after that, these things will happen. So now you have qualified both UPC net in adult education and ICAR net in agricultural extension. Okay. So, and you have also written a book. Okay. Right. So my last question to you would be related to another temple affairs. So currently, do you know who is the chief administrator of Jagannath Temple?
Sir, Dr. Arvind Patil.
Okay. So suppose you are in charge of a temple, a very famous temple in India. Okay, you are a government servant, government has appointed you in that place. It's a historical temple, and the people, the priests, um, they basically sometimes they behave as if like they own the place or something like that, and this has been a constant problem. Other administrators before you would not manage the situation. Again, you are grappling with the same situation where the rules are something different, but the priest body they are saying that they will do something else. Okay, so how are you going to balance this situation? Because it is a matter of faith of the people, so it's a very sensitive matter. At the same time, you cannot let rules be broken. How do you balance both the things?
Sir, first of all, after joining in that temple, I would like to look upon the present condition, as you said. Then we would like to do a round of negotiations or meetings with the priest body, and I would like to know what the reason behind and what are their demands. I think there is some kind of issue from the opposition. That's why they are reacting like that. So we need to address the core issues of their demands, and what are the demands that can be fulfilled without harming the rules and regulation, or without affecting the devotees and the day-to-day affairs of the temple. So third point is that if after rounds of negotiations something fruitful won't come out, then we have to take some legal action, which is on the road, because without any because I will be mandated and I will be the in charge of the temple. So as long as I will be there appointed, I will have to look forward into enforcing rules and regulations. I will have to take some hard decisions. But first of all, I will be patient and tolerant with the rounds of negotiation and meetings.
Okay, recently Israel or whatever, I'm not sure Israel did it, but mass explosion of communication devices like pagers, okay, and walkie-talkies, which also has affected civilian population. Do you think that for any particular side, such use of civilian communication device is proper, number one? Or do you feel that in today's world, everything is fair in war?
Sir, I don't believe that these day-to-day communication devices should be used in modern-day warfare, because there are many other technologies, many other missile warfares are there. So second thing is that the collateral damage, which includes the civilian population, has to be checked, and it has been condemned from time to time by India and many other international forum members. So I don't believe that, but if they are doing it in a large scale, then again, as a country of humanitarian stand, we must oppose it.
Mhm. Recently, before 2 3 days, there was this uh, voting in United Nations regarding the Palestine issue. What was India's stand? What did we
So
say?
India abstained from it.
So what does that mean? We support or we oppose?
So we did not support it, but we are supporting Israel because it is one of our allies. We are supporting its stand in maintaining its own sovereignty and territorial integrity. So that's why I think India has abstained from it. India, along with USA and major countries, have around 30 to 40 countries have abstained from it. So I think they have taken some consensus and they have done it.
Okay, fine.
No,
Okay, fine. So that will be the end of the interview. Now we come to the feedback part.
ନାଇଁ ସବୁ ତ ଠିକ ଠାକ ଅଛି, ମାନେ appearance dress sense ବି ଠିକ ଅଛି, ଆଉ ଆଇ କଣ୍ଟାକ୍ଟ ତ ମୁଁ ପରେ ଦେଖିଲି ମେ ବି ଇଏ ହଉଥିଲା, ଠିକ ଅଛି। କନଫିଡେନ୍ସ ଲେଭେଲ, ବଡି ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜ, ପ୍ରେସର ହ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡଲିଂ ସବୁ ମାନେ କିଛି ଇଏ ନାହିଁ। ପଜିଟିଭ ଆପ୍ରୋଚରେ ତ ଆନ୍ସର ଦଉଛି ଯୋଉଟା କି ବୋର୍ଡ ଚାହାନ୍ତି। ବୋର୍ଡ ଚାହାନ୍ତି ମାନେ କହିବେନି, ଏଟା ଟିପିକାଲି ଆକ୍ସେପ୍ଟେଡ ହେଇଯାଇଛି। ବଟ୍ ସମସ୍ତେ କୁହନ୍ତି ଗେଟ୍ ଇନ୍ ଟୁ ଦିସ୍ ସର୍ଭିସ୍ ଦେନ୍ ଆଫ୍ଟର ୟୁ ଡୁ ଗୁଡ୍ ୱାର୍କ। ତ ସେଇଟା ଆମେ ମୋଷ୍ଟଲି ସେଇଟା ଯଦି ହଉଥାନ୍ତା ତାହେଲେ ଆମେ ଏବେ ଦେଖନ୍ତେନି ବହୁତ ଅଲ୍ ଦିସ୍ ନେଗେଟିଭ୍ସ। ତେଣୁ ମୁଁ ଭାବିବି ଯେ କୋଉଟାକୁ ଗୋଟେ ପଜିଟିଭ ନ ନେଇକି ଯେ ଏଇପଟରେ ପଜିଟିଭ ସେପଟରେ ନେଗେଟିଭ। Those who want to perform, they have to. ଆଉ କିଛି ଅପସନ ନାହିଁ। ତମକୁ ମାନେ ଯେମିତି କହିବ ଗୋଟେ ଟିଚର ଯେମିତି ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟକୁ କହେ, କଲିଗ ବା ଜୁନିୟରକୁ ମୋଟିଭେଟ କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ, କରିକି ଚାଲିବାକୁ ପଡିବ। ତ ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ମାନେ କେବେ ଅଛି ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ?
So 26.
26। ତ ଅଲ୍ ମାଇ ବେଷ୍ଟ ୱିସେସ୍। ମୁଁ କେବଳ ଏତିକି କହିବି ଯେ ମାନେ ଯୋଉ ଗଡକୁ ମାନୁଛ, ଏବେଠୁ ପ୍ରମିସ କର ଯେ ମୁଁ ଆଫ୍ଟର ଏଣ୍ଟରିଂ ଇନଟୁ ଦି ସିଭିଲ ସର୍ଭିସ ମୁଁ କିଛି ସର୍ଭ କରିବି। ନହେଲେ ଦେଖ ସେମିତି ତ ପଇସା ବହୁତ ନାହିଁ, ଏପଟରେ ଦେଖିବ ମାନେ କମ୍ଫର୍ଟେବଲି ପାଇବ ବି ଆମାଉଣ୍ଟ, ତା ସହିତ ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚ ବି କରିପାରିବ, ଅନ୍ୟ ସବୁ କରିପାରିବ, ଯୋଉଟା କି ନିହାତି ଦରକାର। ମୁଁ କହିବି ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଆଡମିନିଷ୍ଟ୍ରେସନ ଠୁ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଏକାଡେମିକ ଟା ଆମର ପୁରା ଗଲାଣି। ଯୋଉଟା ଆଡଲ୍ଟ ଏଜୁକେସନ କଥା କହୁଥିଲ ସିଏ ଛାଡି ଦିଅ, ଏଇ ଯୋଉମାନେ ଅଛନ୍ତି ୟୁଥ, ସେମାନଙ୍କର ଆଉ ଏଜୁକେସନ ହିଁ ନାହିଁ, ମାନେ ରିଏଲ ଏଜୁକେସନ ଲାଗି। ତ ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ଭଲ ଯୋଉମାନେ ଅଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ ଏକାଡେମିକ ରେ ରହିବା ଦରକାର। ଇନ କେସ୍ ୟୁ ଆର ଜଏନିଂ ଦେୟାର ଆଣ୍ଡ ମୁଁ ବି ଚାହୁଁଛି ସେଠିକି ଗଲେ ବି ବହୁତ ଭଲ କାମ କରିବ ଆଡମିନିଷ୍ଟ୍ରେସନରେ। ବଟ୍ ଇନ କେସ୍ ବି ଯଦି ଯାଉଛ ଏପଟରେ ଭାବ ଯେ କେମିତି ମୁଁ ଇଏ କରିବି। ଇଭିନ୍ ମାଇଣ୍ଡରେ ସେଇଟା ବି ରଖ ଯୋଉଟା କୁହନ୍ତିନି ପରଫର୍ମର ପେରିସ୍। ତ ଯଦି ସେମିତି ସିଚୁଏସନ ଆସେ ୟୁ ଗୋ ଟୁ ଦ୍ୟାଟ ଏକ୍ସଟେଣ୍ଟ ଯେ ହଁ ମୋର କିଛି ନାହିଁ, ମୋର ଭଲ ମାନେ ବ୍ୟାକଗ୍ରାଉଣ୍ଡ ଅଛି, ମୁଁ ସିଫ୍ଟ କରିବି ଏପଟକୁ। ଆଣ୍ଡ ପରଫର୍ମର ଇଜ ଅଲୱେଜ ଏ ପରଫର୍ମର, ଯୋଉଠି ବି ଥାନ୍ତୁ। ତେଣୁ ସେଇ କନଫିଡେନ୍ସ ରେ ଯାଅ। ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ମୁଁ ସେତେବେଳେ ପଚାରିଲା ବେଳେ ବି ଭାବୁଥିଲି ସେଇଟା କହିବି ବୋଲି, ବଟ୍ ଆଇ କହିଲିନି। ଇନ କେସ୍ ନହେଲା ବ୍ୟାକ୍ କରିବା, ହେଇଗଲା ଷ୍ଟିଲ୍ ମୁଁ ଆସିବି। ମାନେ ଆମେ ଯେମିତି ବହୁତ ସମୟରେ କିଛି ଜିନିଷ ଛାଡି ଦିଅନ୍ତି ଯେ ମୁଁ ଯୋଉ ଚାହୁଁଛି ସେଇଭଳିଆ କରିପାରୁନି, କିନ୍ତୁ ସେଇଠି ଏଣ୍ଟ୍ରି କଲା ପରେ କଣ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ହଉଛି ତମେ ଦେଖିପାରିବ। କାହିଁକି परफॉर्म କରୁନାହାନ୍ତି ଏଇଟା ବି ଗୋଟେ रिसर्च ଚାଲୁ ଲାଇଫ ରେ ଯେ ब्यूरोक्रेट्स कोन इशू होछ then you are aiming for civil service in all India civil service also बाबू
training evidence.
नहीं माइंड रे रहइबो and you should try मु कहबी सिंसियरली ट्राई नॉट टू गोटे लोगो लागला गोटे टैग लागिबा पई ना आउ माने मोर गोटे सजेशन जे इंटरव्यू बोर्ड को गला बेली भाबो आई एम ऑलरेडी सिलेक्टेड मोर बहुत बढ़िया मार्क रही छी माने मेंस रे त मोर कटिबनी त से कॉन्फिडेंस रे जाओ ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट हबार नै कि सेटू सिखो भाबो म आछि से माने तो सिखिबी से टाइम टा काटो तोर तो बढ़िया रही छी तेनु एथर बहुत पोस्ट भी रही छी एंड डेफिनेटली माने बाय गॉड्स ग्रेस एंट्री कल माने क्लास 1 काना वर्तमान जो बला अछि काना बहुत तुरे पोस्ट रही छी तेनु एटा गोटे भाबो जेटा ब्लेसिंग दया भी भाई परियो भगवान कर जे एते पोस्ट के बाहर नहीं क्लास 1 तेनु बाहरिबो आ नो सेकंड थॉट गोटे जिंस मु जीबी आउ एइथरे रहिले भी आई एम एट पार विथ आईएएस मते मते लाभ न मिली पारे काम करिवारे मु भाबुची यू आर इवन मोर देन आईएएस काना इंप्लीमेंटेशन रे सब बेला में आंसर दे कि पाई जिबा इंप्लीमेंटेशन रे कमी रहउची इंप्लीमेंटेशन कमी इंप्लीमेंट करिवो की तो करिवो निश्चित भाव सेटा माइंड रे रखो एटा मु माने पर्सनली सजेस्ट करछि कि इंटरव्यू केते इंटरव्यू दोचंदी समस्त पाउचंदी मु सीरियसली मते जोटा प्रॉब्लम होची सेटा तेनु तो एंट्री कला पर भाबो आई एट पार विथ आई सिखिबी से मानटू किंतु मोर कॉम्पिटेंट से मान आ जति के फील हला जे मते सिविल ट्रीटमेंट करनाती यदि पॉसिबल चाहिए सिविल सर्विस नॉट फॉर मी माने ऑल इंडिया सिविल सर्विस निजो पाई नुहे बरम पुणी आउरी किछि आनिबी ग्रासरूट रे काम करतबी एपॉट रे सुपरवाइज करतबी सब जिंस करतबी आ एकेडमिक एस्पेक्ट को माइंड रो छाडीबनी यदि तुमरो सिविला अछि क्वालिटीज भलो अछि से जिंसटा को रखो बा यंग जनरेशन जो माने ताको भी मोटिवेट करता सेतरे था किछि नाही के एठी आ आमे एमिति गोटे बिहेव करबा दरकार जोटा कि मु भाबुची एटा भी गोटे मो माइंड को आछि जे किंतु गोटे अन्य मन को अट्रैक्टिव न लागू जे एठी सब स्वर्ग रही सेटा होची प्रॉब्लम आमे से गाड़ी रू ओलेवा से ये एमिति हेई जाई छी माने यू आर फ्रॉम व्हिच प्लेस
सर भुवनेश्वर घर
माने गां कोठी
नयागढ़
नयागढ़ सर आपण भी जानते से जो आईएएस रिटायर्ड है कि जने कोठी कहले गंजाम रू बोधे सेटा को जगार जो भंजंगर जन्म स्थान
उपेंद्र भंजंगर
हाँ
गंजाम
गंजाम रो सेटा होची बोधे से एग्जैक्ट नाम नाटा जानि मु जाईथिल थरे तो से एरिया रे से जगन्नाथ मंदिर टा अछि पर्टिकुलर नाटा माने पमे से जगह रे से अछंते आप देखिबोनी साइकिल नै कि जाउछंती रिटायर्ड करि गेलेनी यूट्यूब रे भी तुमे सर्च करिवो तो पूरा सिंपलिसिटी रहइबा दरकार एटा गोटे बहुत ओवर रेटेड कर दैछ एते ओवर रेटेड आमे कर दैछंती तो सेति पई बहुत भलो भलो लोक भाबुचंती जे आमे भलो अछु किंतु हमहु तो से बेला किछि नै विधान चंद्र जो कहला कि से माने कोन थिले से माने ताको प्रोफेशन रो कि कुआडे चीफ मिनिस्टर पर्यंत चीफ मिनिस्टर तेनु तुमे चालली काली भी से लेवल पर भी जाई परिबो तेनु मो कहया कथा एटा को एते ग्लोरीफाई करनी गोटे जिंसो आमे आंसर सिना दे दोजन पॉजिटिवली कहि कि मु पचार दोची माइंड रे खाली सेति रखो आई एम एन एसेट फॉर द सोसाइटी मु जोठी थाए पाए न पाए सिविल सर्विस पाइसला पर ऑल इंडिया सिविल सर्विस रे कि जोठी थाए जे मोर सक्सेस जो सार्थकता आसीबो मोर अचीवमेंट रे नॉट इन गेटिंग रैंक तुम पर्सनालिटी एते ऊपर गुरनियो भाबे जे मु अचीव करे किछ आसीसी ए रैंक नय कने देखु जो रैंक ट्रेन अंडर 10 रे रहइबा लोक भी पैसा खाइकी धरा पडुचंती एठी हो मु एति कि माने एडा गोटे पर्सनली ये थिला हां
ओके आपकर जहाँ रिक्वायरमेंट अच्छी तो आई थिंक एवरीथिंग इज फाइन प्रॉब्लम नहीं बट सर जेतबले पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन पचरा होची आपण पिन पॉइंटेड आंसर हमको दे मींस जेतबले से कहउछन व्हाट advice will you give, what recommendation will you give, what will you do, you have to tell them something specific, not like I will discuss with them, not like I will communicate with them. So what is going to come out of that communication? Seita pinpointed upon biology. Okay, so for example से जो केस टा कहली सरस्वती वंदना से कहउछन कहबे आपण जदी कोन करिया अछि ओके तो सेठी पर्टिकुलर जा यस नो सेटा इंपोर्टेंट नो व्हाई यस और व्हाई नो तो मु तो कोइ परबी कि एटा प्रेसिडेंट जोडा अगरु फॉलो होतला लास्ट कन्वोकेशन रे भी से आइथिला तार लास्ट रे भी से आइथिला आउ प्रेसिडेंट को प्रोटोकॉल को भी सेटा भांगुनी तेणु जेहेतु आगु प्रेसिडेंट अच्छी तो सेटा कंटिन्यू करिबो ठीक अछि तो रीजनिंग मु दे देबी अदरवाइज आपण कहबे कि जदि सेमती किछि आसला मु ताले जो यूनिवर्सिटी अथॉरिटीज को पचारि कि गोटे मल्टीफेथ प्रेयर पई मु ये करबी जो तरह सरस्वती वंदना भी रही गला जो तरह बाकी सब रिलीजन्स को प्रेयर भी रही गला तो सेटा गोटे मल्टीफेथ गोटे सेक्युलर कंट्री पे सेटा और लिके बेटर हबो तो you give the concrete solution to the problem they are asking overall गोटे कहबा अपेक्षा जहाँ भी आपण कहउछंती गोटे पर्टिकुलर एटा कहबे सिचुएशनल क्वेश्चंस रे ओके तापरे आउ जो जेंति ओएनडीसी ता पचारली ओके सो सेटा गोटे एबे आपण कहि परिबे गोटे ओपन माने आपरो ई गवर्नेंस प्लेटफॉर्म बढ़िया बट फॉर कमर्शियल पर्पस हां जैसे कि सब फूड्स एंड और मर्चेंडाइज प्रोडक्ट्स तो फॉर्मलाइज हो गलानी और सेटा सेटा इज आल्सो बीइंग टेकन अप कि अपना नेगेटिव रे कहले स्विगी मतलब डिलीवरी चार्जेस ये प्लेटफॉर्म चार्जेस अधिक नहीं होते तो सेटा गोटे सॉल्यूशन ओएनडीसी प्रोवाइड करिया पे चेष्टा करू इज नॉट टेरिबली पॉपुलर कि जो माने ताको यूज करू जदी से माने तकर टिके बेटर ऑर्गेनाइज्ड गले इट विल बी वेरी पावरफुल ओके आल्सो एग्रीकल्चर इज तांकर जहाँ सब रिक्वायरमेंट्स भी बहुत गुड़े ताको भी करू तो दैट इज फाइन तो मार्किंग जदि हमें करिबा तले सर अपन केते मार्किंग
मो एटा को वेरी गुड जाने की देछि मो माइंड रे अछि सर जोटा भी कहिले जतले आंसर दउछु एस्केप इंटरव्यू रे एस्केप करि जिबा पई आउ जहाँ भी तुम होलिस्टिक अप्रोच रही छी सब जिंस जेना बट सही अप्रोच जदि एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन रही गला इट इज वेरी लिथल फॉर द सोसाइटी काहे कि ना सब जिंस रे तुम मैनेज करी कहि परबे जानि छ जेंति कहउछन सुंदर भाबरे सब जिंस रखि देबे किंतु सत सामना को आसी एबे भलो ये अच्छा ये करो ऑल माय बेस्ट विशेस किसी बेसिक किसी ट्राई करो नहीं अप्रोच ठीक रही छी जो एटा तो एई ड्रेस पे जीवो टाइट सब मिडिल रे
एटा मु बटन देनी सर आ गोटे एक्चुअली सर स्टार्ट रे किछि लोगो देखा गले किछि प्रॉब्लम
और हले भलो
हां
पूरा पेज दरकार
हां लोग न रहिले भलो किछि गोटे
लोगो माने कोन बहुत बड़ रही
नहीं सर इटा जो अलायंस वाले व्हाइट है किसी ब्लैक रो लोग
सेमिति सर कोन लागु
ये शर्ट में कौन बोल रहा है दिस शर्ट इज ओके ओके ठीक है सर व्हाइट शर्ट में ब्लैक है जदि लिखा हो ताले जोना तो पड़ी ऑब्वियस एनीथिंग जोटा कि आए को आसीला और जोटा कि गोटे न्यूट्रल नो कि पॉजिटिव रे नो सेटा अवॉइड कर देले बेटर ना
क्लियरली विजिबल होची एते जो एटा जेमति लिखा है सेटा
सेम लोगोटा ब्लैक कलर से
अच्छा
तो
सेटा तले अवॉइड कर अरे एटा सर
जदि
एटा सर तो किछि नहीं
एटा तो बहुत बोल नहीं ऐसा टाइट हो कि ना इज नॉट कंफर्टेबल
ई बटन ला न देले का प्रॉब्लम हो
से बट टाइट फंक्शन ना से बटन ता नियंत्रित दो पे पड़ियो और टायर लेंथ ता ठिया हेले जतले टिप ता आपन बेल्ट रे लागुथिबो ठीक अछि सेटा ओटे बेसिक रूल सेटा तो
ना टाइट हो जदी अलगा गोटे नले
नले नहीं तार हे पर जो टिक टू ए से जो टेलर से ताको उड़े दबो जदी आपन किछि प्रॉब्लम नहीं सेटा ये करिया में से ताको तंगर अच्छी से काटी देकी से थ्रेड बाहर कर दो टोटल ब्लैक ठीक अछि जदी दैट इज द लास्ट ऑप्शन सेंति कर परबे किछि असुविधा
आउ नले जदी माने सेंति किछि नहीं तो माने भाबो जे से ड्रेस रे किछि नहीं जे जा हबो सेटा को बेसी भाबिले असुविधा नॉर्मल होते नॉलेज जदी सेंति सर एमती तो भी टाई पिंदिवार कोन से मैंडेटरी
ना ना मैंडेटरी
नले
नो
खाली
पिला
जाओ
टॉप 10 भीतर भी होची तीन पूरा प्लेन ये
पूरा प्लेन है
अब
सेटा भी
बोझ
सिलेक्टेड
शूट करके पिंदी जानती
किछि-
है एक्चुअली तो सीता पड़िया रहता बट गरम हो के आप
एक्चुअली से जो किया है बटन खोले की 80 बटा 6 सेकंड्स 5 सेकंड भीतर सेटा लिखी
नहीं बटन खोलने की चाहिए बस अपन नॉर्मली पर्सन शूट संगे रे ଏତିକି କଥା କି ସେଇଟା ଟିକେ ଆମ ପ୍ରାକ୍ଟିସ କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ ସୁଟଟା ଇଏ ସେଟା ସବୁଠି ହୁଏ।
ନହେଲେ ସେମିତି ପ୍ଲେନ ଇଏରେ ବି ଯାଅ କିଛି ନାହିଁ ତୁମର ମାନେ ଯୋଉ କ୍ୱାଲିଟି ମାନେ ନଲେଜ
ହଁ,
ସେଇଟା
ସେଇଟା ହିଁ
reflect
ବେଶୀ
ହଉଛି।
matter।
ଆଉ ଆଟିଟ୍ୟୁଡ ତୁମର ଭଲ ଅଛି ତୁମେ ସ୍ମାଇଲିଂ ଫେସ୍ ଏଇ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ରଖିଛ
120 around ଆମେ ମାନେ ମୁଁ କହିପାରିବି ଆପଣ ଆଜିର ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ ପାଇଁ ରହିବ ସେଠି ଦେନ୍ ଆପଣ କେମିତି ପରଫରମାନ୍ସ ହଉଛି ତାର ଆଉଟ ବି
ସ୍ପେସିଫିକ ଆନ୍ସର ଦେଲେ ଭଲ
ହଁ,
ଅଳ୍ପ
ସେଇଟା ଖାଲି ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ସ୍ପେସିଫିକ ଆନ୍ସରଟା ଦେବେ।
ଯେମିତି ମୁଁ ସେତେବେଳେ ପଚାରିଲି ନେଗେଟିଭ ଟା କୁହ ତମେ ଜଏନ କଲେ ନେଗେଟିଭ କଣ ସେ ଯାହା ବି ହଉ କିଛିଟା ନେଗେଟିଭ ଦବ ବଟ୍ ଲାଷ୍ଟ କୁ ତମେ ସେଇଟା ମାନେ କହିପାରିବ ବଟ୍ ଷ୍ଟିଲ୍ ଆଇ ବିଲିଭ ମାନେ ଯାହା ବି ମୋର ଇଏ ଅଛି ସେଟା ବି କମ୍ପ୍ଲିମେଣ୍ଟ କରିବି ମୁଁ ସେଇଟା ଲାଷ୍ଟ ଗୋଟେ ଲାଇନ କିନ୍ତୁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ସ୍ପେସିଫିକ କୁ ଆସୁଛି ମୋର ଗୋଟେ ରିଜନ ଅଛି ତ ୟୁ ସୁଡ୍ ଅଲୱେଜ ରେସ୍ପେକ୍ଟ ଟୁ ଦ୍ୟାଟ ମାନେ ମୁଁ କାହିଁକି କହୁଛି ମାନିଯାଅ କଣ ଏଥିରେ ଅଛି କାହିଁକିନା ଏଠି ମୁଁ ପଚାରୁଛି ଜବରଦସ୍ତି ପଚାରୁଛି ଯେ ନେଗେଟିଭ ଟା କଣ
ମୁଁ actually brain drain word ଟା କହିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଥିଲି ତାପରେ ଟିକେ ରହିଗଲି କାଳେ ସେଟା ବହୁତ negative ହେଇଯିବ।
ନା ବହୁତ
ତାପରେ brain drain ବୁଝି ଏକାଡେମିଆ ଲୋକ
ହଁ।
ସବୁ attract କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଏପଟକୁ।
ହଁ
ତ ସେଇ ଜିନିଷଟା କହିବି ଭାବିଲି କହିଲେ ମତେ ଲାଗିଲା brain ବହୁତ pessimistic ହେଇଯିବ।
ନା ନା ସେ ଯୋଉଟା ଅଛି କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ନାହିଁ ସେଇଟା ତ ହଉ
Okay, thank you.